Hey everybody, welcome back to Unfiltered the podcast, the space where nothing is too real, too random, or too uncomfortable to talk about. Today's episode is going to be a little different. It's not heavy and it's not about fixing yourself. It's about the thoughts we all have but never say out loud. You know, the overthinking, the pet peeves that make no sense, the unnecessary worries that live rent free in our heads at 3 a.m. So, if you've ever replayed a conversation from 5 years ago, got annoyed over something so small, or worried about something that hasn't even happened yet, this episode is for you. I'm here with this panel of lovely people today, and we're just going to let it flow. No judgment, no filter, just some random thoughts. You guys want to all introduce yourselves, please?
The queen needs no
Miss V.
introduction. Hey, Yo, V, you can go ahead. Sorry.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, y'all already know it's the queen. No introduction needed.
My name is Pat.
Hi, I'm
V.
Kay.
I miss no communications, guys.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you guys all being here today. So we're gonna start with overthinking because honestly, that's the personality trait. So, what's something small that you overthink way too much?
I think that I overthink um, what I'm going to be doing all day and like what I need to get
Mm,
done. Am I missing something that I need to get done? Is there a bill that has to be paid? Is there something that I have to do that's important? Um, and I'm bad with it because I don't use calendars like that. I don't write notes or anything like that. So I'll constantly be in my head and be like, "Am I forgetting something today? Like, what's today all about?" You know what I mean?
yes, I definitely feel that.
I'm always overthinking, so everything.
No, literally, what everybody said for real. But I feel like another main one for me will also be like me overthinking if everybody know I'm in school. So it's really just me like overthinking, did I turn this assignment in? Did I do this assignment? Going back, rechecking everything I already put on the documents, making sure it's right,
Hmm.
and just like stuff like that.
I would say, because like the night before, I usually like write out a list of things that I need to do because I am very forgetful. So I'd be like, dang, did I put something on my list that I forgot? Like, then I'd be like, dang, I didn't put that on my list. Like, why am I doing extra stuff? Like, I just overthink stuff like that. Like,
Yeah, I feel that too. AOV, you got anything? Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Um, so here's one. Do you overthink more at night or during the day?
At night,
I overthink
Yes,
more
it
in the
keeps me
day.
up. Okay.
Yeah, I would say during the day. At night, I can sleep pretty good, not thinking about stuff.
That makes one of us.
I wouldn't say like it's a time of day. I would just say like if I have some downtime, like if I'm just to myself or like in a quiet place, that's when I tend to overthink.
Okay.
I agree with what she just said because that's also me.
I definitely overthink all times of the day, but it hits worse at night. So, are you the type to replay conversations in your head after they've already been completed?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
especially if we just had like an argument, I replay it because I'm like, damn, I could have said this, and that. Oh,
Yes,
oh,
yes,
why didn't I use
yes.
that? And I'd be coming up with the best like punchlines. I'm like, damn it, I could have just said that shit. But yeah,
No,
Yeah.
no, for real. I feel like that's like the main time it comes up. Like after I just got done having a conversation, I'm like, well, why didn't I just say this? Why didn't I just do this? And now the conversation replaying all in my head again. Or like them moments that you had that you really like that moment. And so now you just keep reliving that moment.
Hmm.
I don't know if people can relate to this, but not only after an argument, but even going into an argument, like I'll have a full blown argument with the person that's not even there in my head and be like, they're gonna say this and then I'm gonna say that and then they're gonna say this and I'm gonna say that and just go back and forth. And
Yes.
then that argument doesn't even go down like that sometimes, like most of the
Or
time.
or right, the argument starts and then you completely forget everything you were gonna say.
Literally.
Yes, yes. Okay. So, what's the most ridiculous thing that you've ever overthought?
wait a minute, because that's a good one. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of deep,
No, not
but
deep, because it's oh, okay. You.
yeah, for me. Like I know like my family loves me and everything, but sometimes I'll be like, damn, do they love me for real? Like, is it like real love? And then I just be like, nah, I know they love me for real. It's just me just doing the absolute most.
Yeah, I feel that.
I honestly kind of agree with that. Not gonna lie, like I was over here thinking, I'm like, it's not probably like had to rethink unless we would go like not trying to be deep, but like me trying to do something to myself. Then that's the another thing that I would say I had to rethink over because like what she just said, like all of that came from am I really loved and why do I feel this way? Maybe it'll be better if this
Mm-hmm.
happened and then you rethink it all and was like, nah, that's not how this should go down. That's not how this should play out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since you ladies wanted to take it more than just the surface level, and we're gonna go deep into it. I'm gonna say, um, I get that mom guilt. Am I doing the best I can for her, for like my daughter? Am I doing what I'm supposed to do? And then for myself is like, am I doing everything I can for this, for the podcast? Am I doing what I have to? Am I putting too much stress on on my co-host? Like, am I putting too much on them? Like, I just overthink like little things like that.
Yeah, I felt it with
Mm-hmm.
like the mom thing. Like, I have 4 kids and sometimes it's a lot, and I just overthink like, am I doing enough? Am I enough for them? Like, is are they getting the things that they need and want and stuff like that? Like, am I doing the best? So I felt that.
I think where it shows up for me, it really depends on where I'm at emotionally, mentally. It can be like, am I showing up for the people I care about the most? Is there things that I can do better? And then like with the program that I work, like I just finished a part where like I self inventory every night to be like, did I bring the best authentic me to every situation that occurred today? What are some of the things I could have done better? What are some of the things that I don't want to try to keep repeating? And I'll just play that little self inventory tape over. And what I found is like a lot of times I'm doing better than what I really think I'm doing when I inventory all that.
Okay. All right. So, have you ever overthought someone's tone, text message, or facial expressions? Now, let me tell you first off, before anybody else starts talking, Don't ever overthink my facial expressions because I've got that RBF and I just cannot help it.
I was
So I
just,
apologize ahead of time.
I was just gonna say yes. Like I feel like that happened a lot of times, or not even just that, but like you hear half of the story, so now you trying to rethink everything else that was said and what else happened and all of that. But I can't say about Jess. The first time I started talking to Jess and she turned her camera on, she was making faces, and I'm just like, what am I saying that she don't like? I'm like, you know what? But
It's just my face. It's just my face. I
yeah, that
promise.
definitely happens a lot. And like I said, I feel like it happens more in situations like not even just facial expressions, but with words. Like you hear part of the story, so now you're trying to figure out what else happened. How can I figure out the rest of this? Is this how people genuinely feel? And just stuff like that.
It's the tones for real too. Like the people,
Yes.
those people that have that monotone talking, you can never read how they're coming off. And yeah, yeah, I feel that.
And yes, to the person in the comments, I thought that about you too. No tea, no shade.
I would say the tone because I don't really take like some people can be like really sarcastic, and I do not like understand that. Like it just gets to me. Like I feel like they're so serious, but then like they're joking. I cannot, and I'll be overthinking.
Yeah.
Like, damn, was they playing for real or was was they serious? Like,
Yeah. Um, the question was, have you ever overthought someone's tone, text message, or facial expression?
I overthink almost every text message before I even read it or send it, or even when it pops up on my screen. The tone, not so much on someone else, but on myself. I know a lot of people, because sometimes, like, if we're having a conversation or I'm in an argument or something like that, I have a very monotone voice, like now, and I'm low
She
and I,
always, you
I,
always be yelling at me.
well, at you, yes, but I have a very monotone voice and I don't show much expression on my face. I have RBF like chronically. I suffer from it. And 99.9% of the time they ask me, "Do you ever smile?" And I'm like, "Yes." It's just you got to catch me when I do because it's just and then I have this thing where my face speaks for what my
Mm-hmm.
head is thinking and it'll be like, "What?" And
And
you'll
that's
see it.
dangerous.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think where this shows up with me the most is definitely through text messaging. Like I'm not big into texting. Like I do it a lot, but like I can misread what somebody texts me. Like
Mm-hmm.
sort of like how I have those arguments in my head. Like I'll be doing the same exact thing reading a text, like putting a tone onto it that doesn't necessarily agree with what they are texting. Um, and it's funny because I was on somebody else's live and they actually showed like a video clip of like a Comedy Central skit on it. And that was like the same thing. Like somebody was texting like just a normal tone, like, da-da, and the person that was receiving it was taking it completely different than what it was. And I tend to do that a lot. And I tend to put my foot in my mouth a lot of times when I do that. It makes me look like a real idiot. Because I think the worst of people, and then they catch some feelings because I'm making them seem like they're worse than they really are. And 9 times out of 10, I'm completely wrong when it comes to the text message.
Mm-hmm. Text messages are so hard to read too. Yeah, I feel that. So, do you tend to overthink before doing something or after it's already done?
Way before, way before. Like probably like if I know there's something coming up in like a few days, like okay, for instance, Kyra's birthday is on the 10th. I'm already overthinking and like stressing about this is not going to go how it's supposed to go planned. Like, and then I'm going to do the birthday live after after her birthday, which you guys are all invited. It's going to be here on Unfiltered the podcast, just putting it out there the day before our podcast, which is next Thursday. But how is the live gonna go? I know it's gonna be a 30-minute live. It's gonna be short, sweet. Like, what's gonna like how am I gonna prep all of these things? And then for her birthday, like, do I have everything she needs? Do I have all the decorations she needs? Do I have enough hair for her hair? So many things. I just overthink too much, too much. I think like 2 months in advance on shit that I should not, and that's what drives me insane sometimes.
That
because you wanted it to go so right, and then after you're like, well, what did this really go how it was supposed to go? Even though the results
mm-hmm.
came out how you wanted it to go, you still have those thoughts in your head like, did this really go this way? Was it bad? Was it ugly? And just that. So I would honestly say both.
That's what I was thinking.
I would say after, because sometimes I'll just be like, dang, what could I change during like what I did? Could I, done the stuff better? Could I, lay back a little bit? Could I helped out? It just be,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta
like
bounce
now.
off. I gotta bounce off Submiss with that one because after podcast, I'd be like, oh, could I have written everything better? Could I have, like, if I'm in the panel, could I have said or answered something better? So yeah, I completely understand on the after the fact. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, it all depends on if I overthink the situation ahead of time. It's something that's super important to me, that I have like strong feelings for. Um, but typically, with most situations, I'll try to plan it to the best of my ability, and then whatever happens, happens. And that's where most of the overthinking goes. Is like, could I have done something different? Um,
Mm-hmm.
where could is there something I could have done a little bit more? Is there something I could have done a little bit less? And a lot of times I overstress myself out way beyond what needs to be stressed out in most of the situations. And a lot of times with my experiences, the more I stress on the thing ahead of time, the worse it probably goes. Because I put this
Yes.
expectation on it now that it needs to hit these certain standards, and then when it doesn't do that, I feel disappointed in myself, or I just don't get the same enjoyment I would have gotten if I just would have like let everything go and just like try to enjoy the moment as I was in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. I agree. And like I said, I agree with both the before and the after. And Pat, you made some really good, the more you stress before, the more you overthink before, you have those expectations now that you're having to stand up to, and that just stresses you out more, and it can cause more error in whatever's coming up. And then you're thinking afterwards, what could I have done better? What could I have changed to make things run more smoothly? So yes, I agree with both. Hmm. Um, Do you think overthinking comes from anxiety, past trauma, or needing control?
All of them. Just give me,
Yeah.
give me all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I definitely say all of them. Definitely.
All right. How do you try to shut your brain off when it won't stop? And if you have the answer for this, please share with the class because I need to know.
I will literally watch my favorite go-to show, which if you don't know it by now, it's Friends. And I could watch reruns of this like on repeat like nothing. And then also my go-to movie and just or a new show that I binge watch and just like shut my brain off. But then something happens in the show and it triggers it and I'm just fucked all over again.
Yes, yes.
I feel like some people like to shut their brain off for like to help them is most likely like being in like wait, hold on. Like being somewhere quiet, not like having people around and stuff like that. But for me personally, being on the phone with somebody that genuinely makes me happy, or like being in person with somebody that makes me happy, completely shuts my brain off. Like, and I say that because I feel like the people that know you the best and that make you happy, they know what triggers you and all that. So if you telling them like what you're going through and they getting your mind off of it, not bringing up anything, that's genuinely something like a cool little shut off.
For me, I try to inventory every day in my head, like I said before, and it's taken a while, and it's something that I've had to learn to like believe in and accept and realize like, all right, the past is I can't change anything that went on today anymore, right? Like all I can do is just do better tomorrow, and
Mm.
just really believing in that and really like leaning into that helps me like be like, all right, as soon as I wake up tomorrow, it's a new day, and I can do better than I was yesterday in certain areas that I might have fallen short in, and that's what helps me.
I'm taking notes, y'all.
So the thing about me is like if you see me in person or like on screen or whatever, I always have headphones in. I'm always either listening to a book or I'm listening to music. I have it full like blasting. Like I won't even hear what's going on in the background. Just for my brain to like not cope like what's going on, what happened in the past, what happened yesterday, what happened an hour ago. And just having like something loud in my ears, it helps. I'm also like really goofy. I try to like be super goofy when I'm around like my best friend or my brothers or whatever. I'm always joking, playing, just so I can like not face reality, if that makes sense.
Yep, that makes complete sense. Yep. I didn't even think to turn on my books to shut my mind off. That running away to some other reality or, other world or whatever, when you're reading those books, you're listening to books.
Yeah, it definitely
Yes.
helps. Like it helps me, and
Mm-hmm. All right. So now we're gonna go to pet peeves because why are we like this? Let's see. What is a pet peeve you know is petty, but it still drives you absolutely crazy?
when when people are eating and they get to smacking, like that
Yes.
drives me wild. Or if I'm like sitting there watching TV or I'm listening to my book or whatever, and then somebody comes to me and just talk about nothing. Don't talk to me about nothing. Don't bother me. I'm in my headspace. You see, I'm in the zone, and you just get to mess with me. I just,
Can you not see these earbuds in my ear?
man, man.
Yes,
See,
yes.
I say this is petty because I do it when I have like nails on, but I hate like when people are in my ear and they're tapping on something and like or they're scratching on something. Like it genuinely makes like the back of my neck hairs crawl up. And I say it's real petty because like when I have my nails done, I like to tap on my phone. But if somebody in my ear just tapping on random stuff, then yeah, and just like the person said in the comments, like it got to be a time and a place. If you know, you know. But I hate when somebody breathe at the back of my neck. Like that just back up, back up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Personal space, yes.
I need to say one of my, it's not a petty pet peeve, I can't say. I think most people will have this pet peeve. And that's not saying that I just looked up what pet peeves mean. Sorry, not sorry. But me repeating myself continuously, like like when like in general, just repeating myself, like the same thing over and over, like You didn't catch it the first time. You didn't say the second time. You didn't hear the third time. Okay, cool. I'm done. Like, no. Like, like I'm not saying it again. Like, no.
Whole time Marlena can't hear y'all, so I be needing people to repeat stuff.
That's why Marlena gets text messages because she don't gotta hear me. She can read it.
Yeah, I be reading people's lips just to.
Can you say that one more time and then just like stare at their lips to make sure you're, yeah.
Yeah, like I be like, huh? You talking to me? Okay, and then I just look at their lips like, I'm not hearing you, but I know what you're saying.
I think for me, I'm like on the flip side of K, where like if you tell me something and I acknowledge it, like don't keep repeating it to me over and over and over again. Like I heard you the first time, like I got it, like it's cool, you know? Like I understand what you're saying. Like it just makes me feel like you think I'm dumb or something and I'm not listening when I really am.
Yes. It's funny because my partner and I kind of go through both sides of those. I had to repeat myself to her all of the time because she doesn't listen. But then when I say something to her because she's doing not what was asked or what she should be doing or whatever, she's she'll say, "You already told me that. You don't have to tell me again." So yes, I feel that. Okay.
And that's where, hold on,
Is
before you go to the next one, and that's where like, if you heard me the first time, acknowledge it. Like, cool, like how
yes.
Pat said he acknowledges it. I won't repeat
Mhm.
myself. But if I'm repeating myself and you haven't acknowledged it not once, it's like, are you even listening? Like, hello, God, are you
Yeah.
there? Like, who am I speaking to? Like, the person next to me or God? Like,
Mhm. Yep. Okay. Here's one. Is there something people do daily that instantly irritates you? Breathe. I mean, nope, you guys answer.
that's messed up because I know why you said breathe. Leave that woman alone. And don't
Uh,
I don't want this to sound wrong. I do not want this to sound wrong, but at times I feel like I want to change my name from mom to just Kayla because she can't pronounce it. But mommy, mom, mom, mommy, mom, mommy, mom, just to say hi. And I'm like, hi, baby. And she's like, mom. I'm like,
that
yes, yes. I'm like,
that
mom, hi.
that's a fun stage.
Something. Wait, it was like. Wait, what was the question again?
Is there something people do daily that instantly irritates you?
Oh, what instantly irritates me is if like somebody brings up something that I'm trying to move past and then they know it irritates me and they bring it up to be funny. I hate like it irritates the crap out of me. Or something else that irritates me really like when I'm looking at certain things on TikTok, it irritates me. If a certain live pop up, it irritates me. Like, but y'all know Marlena, I get irritated about everything almost. So you can't really go based off what I'm saying because I'm easily irritated. Somebody can talk to me the wrong way and I'm irritated.
I would say talking to me when I first wake up.
Oh, yes.
Like when
Yes.
it don't matter what time of day, especially the morning time. Please, I am not a morning person. And my son, the first thing he
Mhm.
do is want to tell me about his dream at 6 o'clock in the morning. I cannot. I cannot. That's just. I cannot do it. I'm sorry.
I need at least 1 hour to have my coffee and wake up. Then you can speak.
I gotta agree with both of you guys. Yeah, I just need that like morning time for myself, just to like veg out, clear my thoughts, drink my coffee, wake up a little bit, just so like I can like be prepared for the day. And a lot of times I'll be like in the living room by myself and somebody else will come downstairs and be doing stuff and I'll just be like, like I just need that morning meditation where it's quiet. I'm not even looking at the TV. I'm just sitting in silence drinking coffee.
Mm-hmm. I know you guys all kind of touched on this. It wasn't the actual question, but I know we touched on it a little bit. But now we're going to talk about sounds bothering you. I know we mentioned the chewing, the tapping, the breathing. Is there anything else that, like any other kind of sound that bothers you?
When somebody, well, I guess this kind of go with breathing, but when somebody go inside their mic when you're on the phone and they like instantly like yell or like they're breathing real like hard in the mic, and I'm just like, ew. And somebody snoring, like, don't get me on when I say this, but like, I don't know. I gotta be asleep before you go to sleep if you snore, because if I'm up and you sounding like a lawnmower, I get irritated because I was up one day and somebody was sleeping and they was snoring. I'm sorry. I had to wake them. I pinched them to wake them up because I'm like, see, I can't do that. They were sounding like a lawnmower and it was just like, I can't do it. I just can't. And right, hearing like the spit and gunk in somebody's mouth when they talk is just so disgusting.
Oh,
Like especially like
yes.
if they got real gunk in their mouth and then they be spitting as they talk. Ew.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I hate when someone chews gum. It's just like,
Especially when they're smacking.
I just be like, spit it out right now. I cannot.
Mhm. Or the constant bubble pops.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I have a sound that like annoys me or like irritates me. Because I've learned to tune out, not to the greatest of my ability. I'm not at 100% yet. But because Kyra be watching her videos on the like a speakerphone for some reason. And she watches some irritating sounds on the tubes of you, and I've learned to tune some noises out. So I don't know. Not right now. I don't have one.
I would definitely have to say the lip smacking or like the
Mm-hmm.
slurping of soup or like a
Oh.
beverage. Like
Mm-hmm.
like either take a sip or put the whole spoon of soup in your mouth or do like don't slurp that stuff, man. Oh, that annoys me.
What about the heavy gulping? Like if somebody's chugging and drinking, you're just hearing that.
Oh my god, I
Yes.
kind of like that sound. I'm not gonna lie, I like the
You
sound
you
of that.
would you would you would you would.
I don't like those kid shows.
Oh,
My
now I know.
kids,
Go ahead, hon.
they watching. What is it? I can't.
Coco Melon,
Yeah, Coco Melon and
Gracie's Corner.
yes. Well, I don't mind Gracie Corner. You know,
I don't mind
she be
Gracie Corner
having
at all
hits.
because she be spinning some stuff,
She
but
be having
Coco
hits,
Melon is
but
definitely annoying.
yeah, and Miss Rachel. Mm-mm. I
Yeah, I
can't do
can't do
her.
Miss Rachel either.
Mm-mm.
I'm pretty good on every other show because I feel like I be watching the kid shows like SpongeBob. I be watching it, so I can't say too much on that one.
Yeah, it just be the nursery tunes.
The nursery rhymes,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But I don't
Yeah.
know what's that show that everybody used to watch when they was a kid, and then it was the man with the Blues Clues. Now that was one that I could watch. I had to think of the name real quick.
Here's the mail. It never fails. It makes me wanna wake my that one.
So I
Yeah,
thought of a
yeah, yeah.
I thought of a sound. You know when people like take a drink or whatever and they gulp it down and be like, dude, the drink is not that good. I'm sorry.
Now the after noise. Now, yeah, that's not the part I
Mm-hmm.
can sound, but I can tolerate the gulping noise. It's just the like that's just unnecessary talking movement.
Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna ask: do you call people out on these pet peeves, or do you just like silently judge them?
No, I call them out. Ask my friends. When they do something that's irritating me, I'll be like, "Shut up! You're irritating me. You're irritating me. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!" Or like, I'm the type of person, if I'm on the phone and we in a group chat call, I'll leave if you irritated me. Cause no.
I can't say I can't say either. Like I won't tell them about it, but I won't judge them on it either because like I know I have pet peeves that people don't like about me. So I just be like, I in my head I'll be like, I do you boo boo. Like it's not the whatever. Like I can't do nothing about it. It's how you feel about it. But I'll be like, yo, the drink's not even that good. Like I'll like just like say that kind of thing. Like I won't be like, damn, this person irritated. No, I just be like the drink's not even that good. Or the food.
Mhm.
Like going back to the slurping of the food, like not even soup, just food. Like when you slurp up your pasta like you're a freaking child. Oh, can't do it.
I think it really depends on like where I'm at during the day. Like if I'm like in like a type of mood, I might call you out and be like, "Yo, could you please just stop that?" But I'm pretty tolerant when it comes to like behaviors like that, and like I know that like sometimes my mouth can be more wicked than what they're actually doing, and I'm not trying to cause more harm to them. So I'll just try to remove myself if I can, and just like step
Mhm.
away and walk away or do something.
Yeah,
I
I
Could
agree.
not.
oh, you can talk.
Yeah. No, no, no. Go.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I agree because, like, I'm non-confrontational, so I try not to say nothing because people are, I can't even think of the word.
Sensitive.
You know, the person is feeling, so they
What?
don't, you don't know if they're gonna start
Oh.
some, you know, yeah.
See,
Mhm.
So
I'm
I
non
just finally
confrontational.
judge.
I'm non confrontational too, but like if it's my friends doing it, then I'm like, okay, I can tell you. But see, if it was a random person, I don't know. You still gonna have to hear me say something. Y'all not stuff be coming out my mouth half of the time, so it'd be like it just slips out. So yeah.
I feel that. I I tend not to say anything only because some of the people that I run with would use it against me and continue to do it just to piss me off. So there's that. Um, what is a pet peeve that makes you irrationally angry?
Um, I want to say irrational. Like none of them make me angry to the point where like I'm gonna just go off. I'd be like, "Hey, stop!" But another pet peeve that I have is like when people like open drawers or cabinets and they slam them back, like, and they just keep doing it. Or people with dirty fingernails. Like if I look at you and you're like have real dirty fingernails, like I understand that you work, but that's just trifling, nasty. And especially when they try to bring their fingers near you to touch you, and I'm just like, no, dude, you need to go get a manicure. And then I just get overly irritated because if I'm sitting down minding my business and I hear a drawer opening, they getting slammed back hard, I'm just like, dude, that's not necessary.
Okay, I thought I was a little wrong on this one, but hopefully if I'm wrong, y'all can correct me. Um, I know. Thank you, Princess. We'll edit this. I know, Princess. Give me a second. Hold on.
I would say I wouldn't really go off or anything. I probably if I'm like overstimulated, like if things are really getting to me and I'm not saying anything and it's just becoming too much, and that's probably when I'll go off. But I wouldn't just necessarily just go off for no reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty laid back. I don't try to let things like that get to me to the point where I'm just crashing out all the time. Uh, but again, I can have my days, and it really just depends on where I'm at, like mentally and emotionally that day.
Okay, now that I have 2 seconds of quiet, I want to say not you expect it from a teenager or a kid to slam the door when they're mad. But like the unnecessary slamming of doors, going in and out and slamming the door, like why? Why do you need to slam doors? What's the purpose? What is the reason?
Yeah, I feel that. And like Miss No Communication said too, sorry, the overstimulation, that's what's going to push me over the top. If you're doing something and I'm already overstimulated, I'm probably going to go off on you, but otherwise I'm fine. Has anybody had a pet peeve that ever made you rethink or like your relationships or your friendships? Has it ever gotten that bad before?
I would say no. I would just like probably say work on it. Like I feel like most of my pet peeves can be fixed. If not fixed, managed in a way. So I would probably say no. Like, yeah. Now, have I had an argument about it? Probably. But have I affected anything? No.
Okay.
Yeah, like one of my pet peeves is like because I don't ask people for nothing. I try to do everything by myself. And if I ask you to just do like a little favor for me right there, it's just something easy, just simple. And you say yes, but don't do it, I'll be like, forget it, I'll do it myself. And then I just like not talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I wouldn't ever end a relationship or a friendship over their pet peeves. I think where the ending comes in with me is like more of crossing my own boundaries that I'm setting at that point for that friendship or that relationship. That's where I'll cut people off and I'll start to end things.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll say I that makes sense, but I'll say that I did lose a friendship, and it stemmed from a pet peeve that I have, which is close whispering. I can't stand it. It freaks me out, and that's what I talked about earlier, where they found out, like I told them I don't like that, please stop, it's creepy, and they continued to do it because they knew that it pissed me off and it weirded me out. And but like you said, that's the boundaries. I set that boundary, and they couldn't respect that, so that's what it comes down to. um let's see, if you had to live with someone who does your biggest pet peeve every day, could you survive? I could survive, but I cannot promise that they would. Next.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. If you had to live with someone who does your biggest pet peeve every day, could you survive?
I would say yes. It would be a lot of going off and crashing out. But yeah, mhm, I'll survive.
Yeah, I gotta agree with y'all on that one. Like, I can survive, but they probably can't because the amount of fussing and crashing out I'ma do, you probably not even going to live with me, talk to me, or nothing at that point. Cause I'm a fuss till you understand.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think me and them will survive. It's just having not so much nagging about it, but having that open line of communication where it's like, this really bothers me. Can you please stop? And I know some people
Yeah.
don't do it like on purpose. Some people it's just like out of habit, like what they've been used to. Like I shake my like when I'm nervous or like I have a lot on my mind. My tick is like I shake my leg, and or
Mm-hmm.
I like get fidgety or I fidget with my hands. So it's not some like some people like they're what we think are our pet peeves for them is probably just like a normal tick or something. So I would just like have an open line of communication for that.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree with Kay on that. Where like if I'm letting you know like, hey, like this is bothering me, this bothers me a lot. Could you please try to work on it? But also realizing that like if I'm with that person, I'm living with that person, I have to give them grace because like I know I've been given grace because I know you women can probably relate to this. Being a man, we don't put the toilet seat down, right? When we use the bathroom. And I've been in relationships with people where I've forgotten to put the toilet seat down. And they would have to come in and be like, you like, I'm a female. I need to sit on the toilet. Like, could you please put the toilet seat down? I don't want to fall in the toilet every time I have to like rush to go use the bathroom. And like, I just have to be more self-aware. So I got to extend that grace to other people that have extended grace to me.
Okay. All right. So now we're going to take it a step further. We're going to get into unnecessary worries. So we're talking the ones that don't make sense, but they still stress us out. So what's something that you worry about that probably won't ever happen?
I don't even know how to answer this because I worry about everything. Like I worry, I just that's just I think that's embedded in my DNA. Like I worry about everything.
Mm-hmm. I feel that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. It's not a specific thing, so
What about you,
Maybe,
Pat?
maybe I think I worry. And this has to do with like I don't know, maybe how I was raised or what was going on. I worry like, will I be the same man my father was with me?
Mm.
Like I look at my dad and I see like how he's been able to be a provider for my mom and us, like me and my sister, where like my mom didn't have to work when she had my sister. She wasn't like he provided for the household, he took care of all the bills, he did all that. And like so like a lot of times I'll look at like where he was in his life at my age, and like I'm not where he was then. You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like a little bit harder on myself about that. And I'm like, what can I do to like reach those goals? And will I be able to ever be as great of a provider as he was? But I also like see his flaws, and I see like how maybe there was things that he wasn't great at that I'm real good at. So like I don't know, but like definitely being that provider part, like I worry a lot about that because I don't know. I put a lot of emphasis on that, being a man, being able to provide for my family, being able to like make sure like they feel secure and they feel safe. I think that's just something that comes with the territory of being a man, uh, in in the family structure.
Okay, because it's kind of funny, but it's not funny. So I watch a lot of sci-fi. So the things I worried about is like a zombie apocalypse. I know it's never gonna happen, but I do be worried about that. Like, how am I gonna survive? I got 4 little kids. Like, how is this gonna work? Do I have to
Mm-hmm.
sacrifice one? Like, I just be worried about this.
Yeah. When let me tell you, how many years ago was that when that thing went down in Cali with that rug and some guy ate some guy's face off and that was all I could think of. So yeah, I could see
That
that
was
happening.
that was in Miami. I remember that.
Oh, was it in Florida?
Yeah, it was in
I thought it was in
Miami. It
Cali.
was under a
Okay.
bridge and he was on like bath salts or something like that.
Yeah, 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 I could see that. Those irrational fears like that, yes. Okay. So do you worry more about things that you can't control?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. I feel
yeah.
like I'm a control. Well, no, I'm not gonna say a control freak, but I like stuff done like a certain way. I like to have things neat or whatever. And if it's not done the right way, I get irritated.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't do it. I just be looking at space like, is this for real? Like, y'all for real right now?
I want to say in some aspects it's the control, and two out of the five people on this panel know, well, three, including myself. Like, especially when it comes to the podcast, like I, it's like every detail. And like when the flyers are being made or I'm making flyers or anything, like I will over criticize myself. I overthink it. I over worry about it. Like, is this going to be good enough?
Mhm.
Is this good enough? Are these questions good enough? And I just like I project that, and yeah, it comes off with as me yelling, as Jess says, but I'm just very I'm texting very fast. That is all.
I think for me, it really I battle with what do I have control over in this situation and what don't I have control over. And am I doing enough uh with the stuff that I actually have control over, right? Like
Mhm.
an example would be like wanting to get a new job. Well, I know I have to go out and put out applications and I have to do that, but then I'll be worrying like, was the application good enough? Or am I qualified enough for that job? Like all that other stuff that's out of my control after I submit that application, I'll start to worry about. So then,
Mhm.
like, am I overthinking it, or was there more that I could have done that I could have put in more footwork, or I could have done more of this or more of that? So really trying to figure out what's in my control and what's completely out of my control is what I battle back and forth with.
Mhm. Okay. What about you, Marlena?
Um, I said that I agree with Miss No Communications. Like everything she said, I agree with. So it was nothing really for me to add on.
Okay. All right. So let me ask this: are you guys what if thinkers?
Yes, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm I'm okay, go ahead.
No, that's all I had to say. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not more of a what if. Well, no, I can't. I'm not even about to sit here and lie. I am a what if, but I'm also a woulda, shoulda, coulda. Like at the end of it, like after everything, like what if this would have been different? Could have this been different? Should have this been different? Should I handled it different? Could have this been handled differently? Like, could I've done this differently? Like that's how my thought process works.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Jess and Kay. It's not what if because I can't change the past, but is there something I could have done different? Like,
Mm-hmm.
should I have done it this way? Should I have done it that way? It's more of that than what if it went this way or what if it went that way.
Yeah. Okay. So do you guys ever worry about people secretly hating you?
No, I can't control people's thoughts or how they feel about me. I can just only control about how I feel. So I just go day to day because it'll be people that hate you for no reason. They'll hate because you laugh,
Yeah.
and you look a different way, you look better than them. I don't care for it.
I would
Okay.
say, um, for the two people that's known me on here the longest, like out of everybody, well, not the longest out of everybody, but the two people that know me, like in the past when I first started coming around, I really did care if she secretly hated me. Like, I feel like I was the type of person where I tried to get in where I could fit in. But now I really don't care if you dislike me, whoopty doo. If you hate me, whoopty doo. Because at the end of the day, you ain't getting nothing up out of me. So if you hate me, you hate me. If you like me, you like me. Yeah.
I'm going.
For Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go ahead.
For me, I used to care a lot about if people hated me. And then like I went through a situation about a year and a half ago where I thought a lot of people that cared about me uh turned their back on me and like really showed me their true colors. So I've just learned that like, and a lot of the stuff that was being said or brought up about me was completely false and wasn't true. Um and I was made out to like look like this terrible person. So like I've learned that like, I can't please everybody, and the people that I think have my back might not might be smiling in my face and really talking behind my back. Um so I've learned to, you know, as long as I'm doing the next right thing for the next right reason, that's all that matters. Um but yeah, like as far as like worrying about if people hate me, like like Cat Williams says, if you ain't gaining 2 or 3 haters a day, you're not doing enough. You're not
Mhm.
striving enough. You're not trying to be the best you can. So, hate all you want, man. I'm just gonna keep living my life.
Well, until Kay's ready, I'll just say I I worry a lot about it because I am I don't know, I feel like I need to be liked. I don't know why. I'm a nice person. I don't get into any mess, I like everybody. I get along with everybody. So that really does worry me if people don't like me because why? It's not a what's wrong with me, it's a what's wrong with you. Why don't you like me? What's wrong with you?
No, I completely
um
understand that.
yeah. I know
I'm
Kay
gonna.
had something she wanted to say.
No, no, no. I'm gonna pass on the question.
Oh, okay. Um, do you worry about being misunderstood?
Hell yeah. And I said, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll be feeling like I have to explain myself, and then I'll be like, bro, what am I explaining myself to you for? But then I'll be like, no, I gotta get it out because I don't want you looking at me like I'm this type of
Mm-hmm.
person when all in all, like I'm not, you know?
Yes, I feel that.
I would say yes, but at the same time, it's like I already am misunderstood. So it's just like now I feel like I have to explain everything. But like I'm trying to get out that habit. Like if you just don't understand it, you just don't understand it at this point.
I feel that too. It's frustrating to have to explain it every time.
I would say, yeah, I don't like being misunderstood. Because I try to come from a place of love and understanding and like uh not evil intentions a lot of times. So like when people take me the wrong way, I it's frustrating to me.
Hmm. Okay, so what's a fear or a worry that you've never actually said out loud before?
Also, now you trying to make us go deep, deep. Okay.
Wait, repeat that. Sorry.
Jess, she wanted you to repeat the question for her, please.
Yep. Um, what is a fear or a worry that you've never actually said out loud before?
I'm gonna say a fear or a worry I've never said out loud before is, oh my God. And I don't think it's an irrational fear. Um, because I lived through it with my grandmother, and I already lost one, so but losing like physically, like like them going to be with God. And the again, we never speak about God or politics on the podcast as a whole, but I'm gonna bring them up when I feel like it's necessary. Um, I just like when God tells them it's their time, like I don't know how I would handle that, and I worry about that and how like if I ever was to lose another child and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
I would say um, I have dealt with like a lot of trauma in my childhood, dealing with different family members and stuff like that. And I would say, um, having my kids go through that or being mistreated when I'm not around or, just someone harming them in general. Like that's something I think about every second of the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm gonna get a little vulnerable and intimate and deep, and this answer is how my uh, death would affect other people around me. So much so that about like 5 years ago, I thought about unaliving myself. And the only thing that stopped me from doing that is knowing that, like, when that occurs, the the debt and things that you have going on in your life gets transferred to other people,
Mm-hmm.
like your siblings or your parents, and they have to deal with all the aftermath of that. And knowing that, like, I wasn't really, like, I had a lot of debt still, I had a lot of credit card debt, I had a lot of this, a lot of that, and knowing that it was going to affect them financially on top of the emotional turmoil was the only thing that really stopped me from pursuing that thought further. So yeah, that's something that I worry about. Like, how will me leaving this earth affect other people?
Going off of that, Pat, mine was who's gonna find me. That was something I worried about when I was
Mm.
going through some stuff, and that's what stopped me. Is I didn't want my little sister or my parents to find me. But yeah.
Can we I don't know, I did not look over the questions, but can we say like and like I don't want to say a dumb fear, but an irrational fear that makes like no sense, but like it kind of makes sense. Can we say one of those?
Yep, that's coming up
Okay, I'll be quiet
like two
then.
questions from now.
I'm just shut up then.
Go ahead, Marlena.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had my answer and then I forgot the question because my brain is
Oh,
everywhere right now. So can you repeat it right quick?
sure. It's what's a fear or a worry that you've never actually said out loud before?
Um, a fear or worry. I feel like I handle this so good, but my biggest fear I feel like is unaliving or like my sister unaliving before I do because it's just like I know the pain and I really at this time of life, like right now, I feel like I'm at the point where I cannot lose nobody else. Like my family's been through enough. So like just loss in general is like my fear because it's like who's next and eventually everybody's gotta die, but it's just like who in the family next, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, do you think that worrying has ever protected you, or is it just exhausted you?
Both. Both.
Yeah, I know it's definitely exhausting. I don't know that it's ever protected me, but it's exhausting.
I want to say exhausting.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would say exhausting, especially with a lot of things that I worried about, like, didn't actually happen or wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, like, I overstressed myself for like nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna most definitely say both. Not gonna lie.
Okay. So here's another deep one. How do you calm yourself down when your mind just starts spiraling?
I'm gonna use the answer that I used before. Talking to somebody, like, I know, like, some people don't believe in this, but like, I feel like everybody has a happy place, a happy person, a happy something. So like, just doing something that genuinely makes me happy, like listening to music, talking to people, like that's what makes me happy. So, but it depends on the person too. Like, if you already overstimulating me, I can't have you talking to me. It got to be somebody else. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna get real vulnerable right now, especially because of the mental state I've been in the last week, week and a half. I want to say if I'm spiraling already, I need I take medication for anxiety and stuff like that. So medication is like I have to be medicated. Like I can't, and it's not like, oh, I don't want anyone to be like, oh, that's a cop out. She could work on. No, like if I'm spiraling, I'm already down the dark rabbit hole, and I don't want to fall into my past behaviors where I start to use again or I start to do dumber shit that I could ever think of. But um, I just have because if I'm already in a downward spiral, there's no one who can pull me out. Probably God, but besides that, like I'm already in that rabbit hole.
I would say like I agree with Kay. Like, I have like severe anxiety as well. Um, I don't like how the medicine, like how I am when I am on the medicine. Sorry, I cannot talk right now. So like things that I do, like I get like ice cubes sometimes, like if I'm already in like midst of an anxiety attack. I get ice cubes and I like rub them like on the back of my neck try to cool me off. Sometimes I call my mom, like she's my go-to person, or I go to get like ices, like that's my to go like go-to drink as well.
Okay.
What I do is I try to reach out to people that care about me and like say out loud like what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling. And a lot of times they'll be like, Pat, like that's not true, or you're overthinking that, or it's not like that, or they'll like encourage me like you're a good person, like don't think that about yourself, or don't, you know, look at all the good things you're doing, don't focus on just that bad stuff. And that normally helps me a lot.
Sometimes you just need that little reminder. Yeah. All right, let's pull it back a little bit and go back to what Kay was asking earlier. What is an irrational fear that you have?
Ooh, can I go first?
I guess.
Before my ADHD kicks in and it's like I forget. I forget who it was. I want to say it was Elvis, but unaliving on the toilet seat. Like not the whole thing of unaliving, but like, because that's sad in itself, but like you're using the bathroom like mid dump and you just, and it's just like done. And then that's how the paramedics gotta find you and things like that. Like, that's my irrational fear.
I'm just going to say that I think about that way more often than anybody should.
That is so crazy that you said. It's crazy that you said that because I was talking to a Marine, well, a sergeant today, at where I was at. Don't need to disclose that, but where I was at, and we was just talking about it. It was Elvis, right? How do you say his name? Sorry. And we was like, I cannot imagine, not to bring God and stuff into that, but like me going to heaven or wherever I'm going, and I just unalived on the toilet seat, and we was like, imagine they saying where you died at, and you just on the toilet seat, pants down, everything. I was like, see, that's like
Mm-hmm.
that is a fear, but also my fear is me getting pew pewed. Like I cannot imagine me getting pew pew like and dying like that. I mean, unliving that would scare me. Like I feel like I'm gonna wake up and I'm be ugh. I don't know.
But also to go back to the unaliving on a toilet, going to heaven with a shitty booty.
Right?
Real.
Or hell, whoever knows where we're going, but just going with a shitty booty. Like, come on now. Or will the paramedics wipe you like someone
You'll
help
be
me?
I mean, your body will be clean, but you're already gone. So wherever you're headed, you're already there.
No, I mean once they find me, like can you at least wipe my ass?
Uh,
I'm sorry, but it's
I would say doing the do and passing away doing that. You know, it's just being
oh,
oh yes.
embarrassing.
Or you unaliving the other person you gave them a stroke because you were doing it so good.
yeah.
Man.
Mhm.
Now, how do you explain that to paramedics? Well, I caused them a coronary.
They actually have a show about that. It's like, yeah, it's on. It's there's a TV show. You can look it up. But
I
I
think
think
it's called
my
A Thousand Ways to Unalive, right? No?
I think he
no,
talked about sex send me to the ER.
yes, that is
Yeah.
it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That is it. Um, but I guess one of my irrational fears is being caught in a large crowd of people, butt naked with nothing to cover me up with. How I would end up in that large crowd of people butt naked, I have no idea, but that's just something that scares me.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I got another one. And I'm a Jurassic Park fan. So if you like Jurassic Park or any Jurassic Park movies, like you'll get it. But there's a scene in the very first movie where the dude is in the porta potty or in the little bathroom and the dinosaur just rips off the like the whole like top of the thing and he eats him alive while he's on the potty. Like, and that, like, dude, I can't. That's an irrational fear. Like, dinosaurs coming back and just, I'm just sitting here at home, like, just using the potty and, like, what? Like, can I get like two seconds before you eat, chop me up? Like, let me finish this anxiety bubble guts I got.
You gotta think though, there ain't gonna be anything left for them anybody to find or wipe.
Okay, it's funny how you. It's funny how you. It's funny how you mentioned a porta potty, and like when I heard that question, I was not going to say anything about a porta potty. But since you did, we're not going to say the story, okay? But if you know, you know. My
Porta
fear,
potty.
if you like I said, if you know, you know. But my fear in that moment was like, what if the door not actually locked and somebody's walking on me in the porta potty, or like, what if the porta potty tip over, like all the liquid and juices in there just
Oh, could you imagine? No,
I
I would
saw
be
no,
that
so
thank
happen
you.
to somebody
Especially,
before.
I have
oh,
too. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
mm-mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm, nope. All right, so this is where we're just gonna talk. What do you wish that people understood about, how your mind works?
Um, I am paranoid 99.9.9.9% of the time about things that I cannot change. And I like I'm healing, I'm not healed. I'm still dealing with past issues and I'm also dealing with fixing myself. So I'm allowing myself grace and if I take a step back, it's not because I no longer want you in my life or no longer love you or no longer care about you. It's just because I need I need to take that step back for myself so I can better myself to be a better person. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
For me, it's that I'm an overthinker, and it has to stem with a lot of my own insecurities and my own worries. Has really nothing to do with the other person. Um, but I try to move with the most like purest of intentions, and I'm not like purposely going out trying to harm people.
Okay. Anybody else?
That some days I'm not mentally stable, and you would know, and just give me that space that I ask for, or that you see like I'm not in a mood for company. Um, yeah, because any other time I'm just joking around. So I just feel like the time that I'm to myself, just leave me to myself, because the feelings that I'm having, I don't want to project that on you. I don't want to lash out, because it's not your fault what I'm feeling. It's not your fault that I'm overthinking. It's not your fault that I'm having, you know, that my anxiety is on overload at the moment. So, just give me that space that I'm asking for.
What about you, Marlena?
Oh, sorry. I'm over here thinking. See, y'all, I told y'all my brain just been everywhere today. I'm over here thinking that I didn't already answered. Okay. Um, for me, I wish that people would just understand. I'm just a girl trying to get her life together, her career together, and just make things out of myself, really. And like, I just really wish that people understood, like, I don't be trying to come from like a bad place when I talk to people. Like, I don't be trying to be rude. I don't be trying to be nasty. And I genuinely like almost everybody I come across. But like, of course, people don't think that. And I'm just like, dang, like, I wish y'all understood, like, I don't have a RBF, but I have a RBF, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like my words come off more mean than my face do. But like whole time, that's just me. Like I don't be trying to be that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you think that we're too hard on ourselves?
Yes, all the way. I feel like everybody's too hard on themselves at times. Like, especially like, and I'm gonna use Kay you for an example. Like Kay, how she was talking about Kyra's hair for her birthday, the birthday live, and like just all this stuff. And when it comes to the podcast in general, and you too, Jess, I feel like y'all are too hard on yourself when y'all really like have the other, hold on, y'all know my math be off. The other three of us, and like we here too. Like y'all don't have to always be so hard on yourselves when it comes down to background stuff, scripts, and coming up with things, because y'all like to be months ahead. That's why I had to say something. I'm like, okay, y'all can step back. Let us come up with some months, and y'all just take a step back, because y'all two definitely be working overtime. Just be up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I see her active on the Discord. I'm like, there's no way. Like, why is she not asleep?
Because that's what keeps my mind off of all this other bad stuff is that working.
And most of the time, give me 1 second. And most of the time when you see one of us like active on the Discord, it's because we're on a phone call and we're talking about the
I
podcast
I figured.
and we're
And I'm
doing
just
something else.
like, and I'm
And then
just
Jess is like,
like,
okay, we're gonna post that.
that's why I'm just like, y'all do realize it's three more of us. Like we can handle some stuff sometimes.
Yeah, but I like, don't get me, okay, I'm gonna go back to the question in itself, but
Kay
I'm
likes to
gonna,
be organized, and she likes stuff a certain type of way. So when it's
yeah,
not done that way, it irritates her
it
really
doesn't,
bad.
no, it doesn't irritate me. I feel off balance, if that's a
It
word.
irritate.
No, I feel off balance and I just be like, all right, okay, this is like, I think it was you and like you guys all have months. Like coming up, that's the big surprise. Everyone's doing their own month. And
Hmm.
just not, I don't want to know the script. I'm gonna be in them. If you guys want me in them, but that's just like like today's script. I didn't even watch it. I didn't even read it. None of that. I just came on because I was like, if you need a fourth, I got you. I'll be on because I'm still on my little mental health break from even being on lives, but it's just I didn't know what I was walking into. And mind you, Jess sends me everything she has. I send her everything I have, so we're both on the same page. The only one who isn't on the same page, and he's not in here, but I'm still calling him out on it because he's gonna hear it on YouTube, is AOV. We'll give him Sinister Sundays, and he'll change up the whole script on us, read our lines, his lines, somebody else's lines, and he'll be all over the place. But I think I go so hard on myself, or I'm very hard on myself when it comes to like Kyra and Kimura, is because of the mom guilt. I have a lot of mom guilt I am still healing from, and that's because of the things that I made not made, but had my 10-year-old witness.
Hmm.
Like she took the blunt of my worst years. So I have a lot of mom guilt. And then with Kyra, like I caught myself breaking down this morning in itself, just like, what could I have done better? Like I'm always overthinking. What could I have done better? Like was her autism caused by me? Was her prematurity caused by me? Like, and I put that all on me. So like to refocus, I focus on the podcast. And that's like if you want to say like how we were talking once in the recovery the addiction awareness podcast, like this is like not my new addiction, but my new like thing that I put my whole focus into because they're not my brain would drive me insane because of how hard I am on myself. I don't allow myself
Hmm.
grace too many times. And sometimes I gotta take a step back and be like, yo, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be Gucci, however you want to call it these days. But it's just that. And then when it comes to the podcast and my co-host, like I know AOV has a job. He has children. Marlena has the university thing, which I've always, whether we're on cool terms, not cool terms, we don't talk to her for months or she's not on TT for months. I've always said I'm very proud of her because she's doing the damn thing in the universe and like being in school. And then with the biggest, like I'm not bothering her now. She's in Thailand. She's shaking ass somewhere. But I want her to have her full experience. And I know she's a teacher. She has an all day job. So like that's why I don't like put so much on ya because I don't need ya. I don't want you guys to ever feel uncomfortable where it comes to the point where it's like, damn, like Kay's barely putting in the work and she's putting it all on us. Like no, like I created this, so I want it to be like the most on me. All y'all have to do is like relax, sit back, enjoy the time, enjoy the growth, and help us grow by not even by
Right.
gifting, but like by sharing, by liking, by commenting, and just being here and being part of the conversation,
Showing
being
up.
part
Hmm.
of the awareness. Yeah.
I'm gonna say something onto that too. Um, I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure most of you know my situation, but doing a lot of those flyers and stuff like that, like I said, it it gives me purpose. And after losing my mom, for a long time there, I didn't feel like I had a purpose anymore because I cared for her for so many years, and now I just, that goes from doing something all day, taking care of somebody all day, 24/7, and then having nothing. So it gives me purpose and it keeps my mind busy and out of darkness. So, but I mean, if y'all want to do flyers, have at
Oh
No,
no,
because
baby, now you got that one.
no,
You got that
no,
one.
because then they would have to deal with my what you call yelling, my loud text. Like
Man, I get told I hate you like 7 times a day from her.
it's an okay, okay, okay. To put reference and context to that, the I hate you
I'm
is
just
because
playing.
she'll say something. and like I'll laugh about it, and it's like I hate you, man. Like
Yeah.
'cause she can say the dumbest shit, and I'll just laugh about it, and I'm like, bro, and then she's like, oh, I was thinking that too. Then why didn't you tell me? Why did you not tell me? But yeah.
Because I forgot that I was thinking that.
Yes, she did snap on the person in the comments that's not up here that's supposed to be enjoying her time in Thailand. The way she snapped on your flyers is true. Yes. She snaps on all the flyers. Like Jet, like I handle the scripts now. Jess handles the flyers, and she snaps. She asks me for my like my approval. I guess my approval and what I think, but she snaps.
She does snaps because just we're not gonna talk about it right now, but I need you to make me a flyer for something. So
Okay.
yeah.
I got you.
Just see, y'all know when I was trying to make a flyer for the we had this emergency battle, y'all. I was struggling. Y'all don't know how many times I had a typo and Kay was like, okay, it's good. Wait, something's off, and then I'll go back and like, oh, it is off. So then I had to go back, retype, and then it's still not right. So I'm like, you know what, Jess, you have that in a bag. And then Jess, I love this one thing I love about Jess. She loves to apologize about everything, even though it has nothing to do with her. I'm like, no, you needed to take over because at that point, we would have never got the flyer right at that point.
No, and with Jess also I can say because when you deserve your roses, you deserve your roses. She took like trying. Okay, let's see how I word this. I had a right hand woman, and she took that. Now she's my right hand woman when it comes to like the podcast. Like while I was on this mental health, I had a conversation with her prior, and I was like, listen, XYZ, would you mind taking over for me for a bit? And she's like, yeah, I'll do it. I was like, are you sure? Like, I'll still be in the background. I'll still do what I got to do. I just, right now, I'm not, I can't. I'm not mentally okay. And I'm still not mentally okay if I'm being 100% vulnerable, but I'm gonna be all right. But, um, with that being said, like, she is the one of the greatest people that I have, like, when it comes to, like, so wise came across, like literally when they say like we listen and we don't judge, she'll listen to you, and this but it pisses me off at the same time. She'll listen to you, she'll be like, mm-hmm, okay, and then she'll let you keep talking, and she won't put her input in, and then it's like, wait, I need someone else. Mm-mm, mm-mm. But that's a good thing. That's that one person you can say we that like she literally does we listen and we don't judge. She just listens and she's like, so I give her her flowers because she literally became my right hand man. Like even before anything, she was just like, oh, I'll help you with this, I'll help you with that, I'll help you with this, I'll help you with that, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you want milk? Okay. So mom life, sorry. But yeah, so love you, Jess. I know we all love you here.
Love you guys too. Okay, this isn't the praise Judge show. Can we go
Yes.
back to the questions now?
Jess is over there with red cheeks, flustered, like, oh my
I
God,
am.
get me out of the
Stop.
spotlight. I don't like this.
Mm. So, anyways, do we think we're too hard on ourselves? Is there anybody that didn't answer that question?
Me,
I think Jess is too hard on herself.
Quiet, you.
do not hear
Go
me
ahead,
say
Miss
that.
Miscommunication. Go ahead, Miscommunication. I'll just keep muting them.
Yeah, I'm definitely hard on myself. Especially like I do a lot for everybody, anybody. I'll give somebody the shirt off my back, and I feel like I have to take on everybody else's problems. Um, and I just feel like if I did something wrong, or if I don't do it like the right way, or if I mess up in a way, I'm really hard on myself.
I feel that.
I used to be really hard on myself. like really, really hard. But I've learned, like, with doing some healing, like, I've started to give myself more and more grace, and I'm not as hard on myself as much.
I feel like, and it's a saying, where we are our own worst critic. We are our own worst enemy. Um, we I feel like we hold ourselves to that high standard, and then we definitely, get on ourselves when we can't reach it. So yeah, I feel that. What's one thought that you've never said out loud but you feel safe saying here?
I feel like this is a setup right now. Proceed with caution.
What was the question?
What's one thought you've never said out loud but you feel safe saying here?
Hmm. I don't know, because sometimes well, not even sometimes, I always say what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no filter, just say it. So,
We love that. We love no filters. We love that unfiltered stuff.
I don't know. I be having to come with a filtered over here. And I'm playing, guys. I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really don't know. But like what Kay said, I feel like this is a setup. Especially like if like
Thank you.
when I
Thank
get
you.
two messages at the same time and they kind of similar, I'm like, these people trying to set me up, or I'd be like, oh, I'm caught. They know what I'm doing. Like it just be, and then I get that little bubble in my stomach. I'm like, oh Lord, okay, let me reply and see what they gotta say, because this is setup. Gotta be.
But no, on some real, I'm gonna have to pass on this question just because my thoughts these past couple of days, like my mental health, like I told you, my mental health has been
Mm-hmm.
struggling. So, my thoughts these past couple of days aren't TikTok safe. So, yeah. And
I
not,
think I
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think I already kind of exposed it earlier on in the podcast. I didn't really
Mm-hmm.
let a lot of people know, like, where I was at 5 years ago. And this is the first time I've exposed it on, like, a social media type platform. So thank you, Unfiltered, for making me feel safe enough to say that.
Oh, we love to
We
hear that. We love
appreciate
to
you.
hear it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we're gonna end it here. I think the biggest takeaway from today is this: you're not weird. You're not dramatic. You're human. We all overthink. We all get annoyed over dumb stuff. We all worry that, about things that may never happen. And sometimes just saying it out loud takes away its power. If this episode felt like it was pulling thoughts straight from your brain, you're not alone. Drop a comment, send us a message, tell us, what's a random thought that you've never said out loud. We all want to thank you for being here today with Unfiltered. Join us next Thursday. Thank you for laughing with us and being unfiltered with us. We appreciate you. We'll catch you next time.